Alright, so before we get into this video, I just want you guys to know I'm no professional trader, I'm no financial advisor, I'm not trying to teach anybody anything. I'm just some guy who decided to start uploading his trading results. So, we're going to get into it real quick. So I was actually lazy this weekend. I was just really exhausted because I worked the weekends and it was Memorial Day weekend. So we were like really busy, and also we were open really late, so I just wanted to get sleep so the next day I could do the same because I made a deal. I work pretty much all day on the weekends, well, mid shift and night shift, and I take those just because it kind of like fits my schedule, and it was just the best deal for me. So I made a deal with her on that. Anyways, so yeah, so today is the 30th. It's Monday, 1:32 in the morning, so the market has been open for quite some time, since Sunday at 2 p.m. It is currently Monday, 1:32 a.m. So we've had some time for trades to develop. So there were some trades that came up today, and I am going to be trading Sundays and taking those trades because the fundamentals on my strategy is like totally different. Like my strategy is totally like, it is so different than what I've been doing. I'm pretty much just trapping price on the daily levels on candlestick structures. I'll get into that later. The timestamp is going to be on screen right there for you. But pretty much I am price trapping price on the daily levels and then waiting for a 15-minute candle to close out of one of those levels, and I update them every single day. So every day I update my charts just once a day, and then from that point on I just pretty much every day I update my charts at 3 p.m. all the time. I'm always at the charts, updating my charts at that time, somewhere around that time. Just within an hour or two span, just because I am a swing trader, so I have time, to be able to catch those trades. So, I usually get a couple hours. But, no, like 3 p.m. I update my charts, and then for the rest of the day, if anything, when I was updating my charts, if anything looked like it was going to break out within the next couple hours, then I would tag it just so like I know that's in my mind, like, I should be paying attention to my charts a little bit more, just those specific pairs. Pretty much anytime I take a shit, or if I'm playing video games in between a lobby, or just whenever I'm like, hey, maybe I should check my charts, like, I'm not like, oh, let me check my charts every 5 seconds now. It's just like, I'll go do something for a couple hours, and then I'll be like, oh, maybe I should check my charts, and then swipe through my charts for like literally 30 seconds, and then put my phone away. If I have to if something broke out and I have to plug in a trade, it's going to take me like 3 minutes of my time, and then I can go back to doing whatever I was doing. That's what's pretty cool about it. It's freedom. Anyways, getting it into the breaking down the results here. So you see that although we're still down on the account overall, 24%, ooh, that's quite a lot of money. Actually, it's not. If you think of the percentages, it's a lot, but I'm only down $200, and I'm making that back. Last week I was down like 30%, but the previous week, so just alone today, I've made 7% because my trades from last week are playing out now, and with the strategy, the whole fundamental change in my strategy, it's been working a lot better. I made 7% alone today, and then last week I made 9%, so that's pretty crazy for me. So as you can see here, like pretty much right here, and then here we are now. Look at the percentages on the left. You see this slight movement, but that's quite a lot of percentage on the account, because I lost for the longest time with that other strategy. It was because I just think that I wasn't psychologically able to handle something like that, and that wasn't suiting my lifestyle that I have right now. So I had to step back and fundamentally change everything. Like, my rules are still pretty similar. Like, I gotta wait for a candle to actually close out of the level I'm looking at, then I can place my order. And all those little speculative little rules that you have to put into place for your trading plan. But the way that I'm finding my entries is different, and my stop losses are it runs on the same concept of a set stop loss and take profit, but it's just a little bit wider. But anyways, it was working out, and you see that I've been actually making percentage on the account, so I'm coming back from my drawdown now. So if I just continue what I'm doing, maybe I can eventually, like, after a month, so I'm already like a week and a half into the strategy, after a month, if I'm feeling comfortable with it, And you know, because I'm still doing back testing and it's building my confidence, like behind the scenes, I'm doing a lot of back testing and tracking the results and testing all these different variables with this strategy, and I'm really loving what I'm seeing, because taking it from a psychological perspective, just knowing myself, who I am, and you know, just knowing who I am as a person, and how I'm going to react emotionally in these different situations, I can actually manage my money a lot better, and I'm just going to be able to psychologically handle it instead of having these huge streaks of losses. I just like the way the wins and losses are spread out amongst the board here, pretty much. But I've been able to just stick to my plan, and I've been just enjoying myself for the past couple weeks. It's freed up a lot of mental space because I'm thinking about other problems that I have in life. So, you know, that shows me that trading is not a big problem for me anymore. So that means like what I'm doing is working for me. So that's good. Just paying attention to that. I've made 7% today. I made 9% last week. If you don't believe me, this is the fucking results for a live My Forex book. You know, this is no lame stuff here. Like this is a tab from Google, and it says right here, real Hugo's Way technical. I am using 1 to 500 leverage, so, but you know, if you look at my last weekly breakdown, I was down like 34% on the account, and now I'm down only 24%. So I've made about 9% in the past week. So we're gonna open up my Hugo's Way account here. So this is Hugo's Way real, blah blah blah. I'm not afraid to show this because as of right now, I don't know any possible way for somebody to get into my account. It could happen for sure, but at this point I don't really care because I'm not dealing with a lot of money, and I'm not dealing with clients' money. This is my own money, so and it's not a whole lot. So anyways, these are the results for the past week. So that percentage that we've made, in literally this past week, I've made $100. But the thing is, like, if you're making that every week, that's $400 a month extra. And what can you do with that 400? Like, I could pay my phone bill, my bike, my insurance. I can pay that all, you know, and my gym membership. I could pay all of those minuscule bills all with just the trading, and then that job income is going to go straight into the fucking account and just put me on turbo boost. But made $100 in the past week. There's that. Here's a couple screenshots on that way. There's a couple screenshots on screen showing the account balance. But let's get into the charts here and do a quick rundown. So this is a trade that I took. You can see that I trapped price. So you can see that here was a resistance level on the daily structures, and then a support level. You trapped price. You know, you're trapping price in this box. You're waiting for a breakout. I found that if I'm waiting on the higher time frames, I miss a lot of the breakouts that will actually put me into profit. So I have to take the trades that break out on the 15-minute, because what will happen a lot of the times is on the 4-hour and 1 hour, it'll look like they're just wicking out of the zone, but on the 15-minute, it's actually broken out. Like, you know, you see a candle. You know, like, I've literally had a couple hours to be able to get into this trade. Ever since that candle broke out, I've been, you know, 6 hours. You have a 6-hour gap to be able to you know, put in a position for this trade, and you're probably going to have even more hours. So, you know, there shouldn't really be an excuse to miss any trades here unless you're sleeping. That's excusable, in my opinion. But we get a 15-minute candle break, so that what that shows me is that people are wanting to step in to buy it. People are wanting to push it higher, because we didn't just get a candle to wick out of it. I put not a lot of stress, but, you know, this time frame is in this strategy for a reason, and, you know, I'm gonna trust it. And so, because I've seen it so many times in backtesting that it'll work out most of the time in my favor with my risk reward ratios. But we get a 15-minute candle breakout, and then it dips down, but I usually wait for just that candle break, and then I put in buy limits on the tip of the daily level zones. As you can see, this is a daily level resistance, and it broke out of that level, and now I'm just kind of holding the trade. This pair right here, I'm literally just waiting for it to break out now. AUD-JPY, I took this trade like literally when the market opened, because it set up last week. I took that trade. It took, you know, it entered the trade. I was actually in that trade last week, my bad, and I carried it over, but pretty much we just continued in profit. This trade finally got hit in. I've been waiting literally 5 days. I waited 5 days for this fucking trade to set up, and now it's finally playing out. You know, I'm in the trade, it's active, it's rolling. So pretty much it was just a daily pullback into structure level, and then I'm just gonna ride the impulse down. It's not that hard. This is a trade I've been in since last week. Literally it just bounces off a daily level. I found that on the daily levels, like, you price trap it like this and you get immense volume that comes off those levels. So and you can see we're still traveling up, so it's going towards my take profit too. Just gotta hold. This trade right here I've been in for, I'm gonna call it like the trade was hanging out up here and then I entered down here. So I waited 3 days. Pretty much my first take profit took about 2 days to hit my first take profits, and I'm still holding for my second. So nothing. This pair actually broke out, so I'm gonna take this trade right now. Actually, damn, I forgot to show you guys my floating profit. I'm sitting $41 right now in profit, so I don't know if you guys can see that. Whatever. Anyways, $41 in profit. It is the real account. So, you know, it's like the consistency I've been having for the past 2 weeks on this strategy is just, it excites me, you know. I feel good. It's nice, you know, because I just stepped back and kind of like, I just kind of looked at my strategy and I was like, am I really capable of doing something like this? And I just came to the conclusion that I'm not, because I'm nothing special. And yeah, and then shit started working. Alright, so I just got all of that plugged in. This is what I mean, like, now I just fucking I don't even care about this trade anymore now that I've plugged it in. Like, I trust my statistics, my back testing. Now I'm gonna be able to sleep peacefully tonight because I know my risk is managed. I know I have a stop loss. I understand the probability of my account, like, you know, slippage happening and then it blows my account. Could it happen? Yes. Will it happen again eventually in the world? Yes. Will I be prepared for it? Not really, because nobody can prepare for it. But that's also why you don't risk everything in your fucking trading account. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Pretty much, like, I just am super comfortable putting money on this trade, so I'm gonna sleep good because that's how it is. This trade right here I took last week. I have been holding this one. It's been fucking choppy. The fuck do you know about chop? But it's been choppy for past 3 days or so. You know, it's just kind of been doing its thing for the past 3 days and climbing to my take profit one so far. So maybe that'll hit tonight. This pair right here I'm going to tag because, you know, look at all this volume. We could honestly reverse off of here and go down, but I'm going to tag this pair, just kind of keeping in mind that I want to pay a little bit more attention to this pair right now because look how it's getting close to the zone. This pair too, maybe I'll tag that in a couple hours. Another trade setup here. Alright, so took that trade. This is a trade, so this is something that I've been noticing. It could just be because I'm like overthinking about my strategy, but like look how it barely stops me out at 50 pips. So I've been thinking like, oh, maybe if I double my lot size, but then I did the back testing on it and I just need to get over these trades right here. I can't go down that rabbit hole because what I'm going to think is I'm going to start to overanalyze the market and I'm going to fuck myself up, self-sabotage. So I just need to, you know, because in backtesting with the 50 pips, I just, you know, I have a decent hit rate. This happens sometimes. So, you know, I need to deal with it. That happened on one of my other pairs down here, I think, that we'll get to. This one I'm going to tag because that's really, really close. That's literally in the level. This trade I've been holding for a couple days. You know, it's getting pretty close to TP1. Same thing right here. Like, look at this. Look how it hits my stop loss. Like, literally stop hunted. Maybe it's because now I can start working on getting better entries. Hence, Fibonacci. Or look at these other structure levels. Like, I could have had a better entry right here. I could be like, oh, it broke out of the daily level, but I have this structure down here in this insane candle push. That looks like buy orders from banks. They're going to want to close out those orders at break even at the very least so they can take money from all the people buying. So, you know, all their stop losses in these levels, taking those stop losses like they did for mine, and then they're going to start buying the market again. Well, everybody is selling because they think this big move is selling. So, I mean, at least that's what I used to think, but now I don't. Anyways, I could be working on my entries now, so that's one thing I'm noticing, but I also don't want to overanalyze. Anyways, I got stopped out of that trade. This trade, USD CAD, barely fucking got to the level. Would have been an absolute snipe. Fucking hit take profit one in literally like just a couple hours. USD CHF is just fucking around on this level right here. Like, it's literally consolidating in this daily level, but we're not pushing higher. We broke out of this trend line right here, but like we have this double top right here that I'm seeing, and I just trust this level, you know. It could be a loss 100%, but look at all this area we have to fill right here, and we just came down from a, you know, pretty good high, so we need to pull back on all of this. Maybe not creating these double bottoms down here, but, you know, maybe just a little bit further, like right there, which is more than my 1 to 2, so I'm not worried about it, just thinking logically, looking at what the chart is telling me. And USD JPY has been doing a whole lot of nothing, consolidating for literally the past week. Yeah, pretty much the past week, like 5 days, 21 hours. It's literally been just sitting in this area, and if we look at it on the daily levels, or on the daily structures, it ain't look too bad, but pretty much for quite some time where we haven't been getting any impulse. It's just been sitting here, so that shows me I need to work on my patience more. But yeah, that's pretty much the charts. It's been pretty much the video. Pretty lame stuff. I'm not trying to like brag or anything when I show this stuff. I just want to come to the market with transparency, because my long-term goal is, if I show transparency, that show people that I'm doing this shit for real, the business ideas that I have, that's just going to be leverage for me to play off of, just being transparent. Because I don't know if I want to release like a course or something, but I do want to open my own hedge fund, and then I want to make deals with people. Like, I'm going to make it so they can withdraw like monthly from it, or I might do it every quarter. I think I might do it every quarter, because then that'll kind of like push them, because it's not going to be a monthly income, so they can't just rely on that. I mean, they could if they're, you know, if they have the mental discipline, but most people don't. So what I'm going to do is make deals with them, like, hey, you know, I'll put the money up front, just, you know, over time when I'm making profit, you can withdraw. Every time you withdraw, I'm going to keep 50% of that withdrawal payment until it gathers up enough to pay off my, you know, the capital I put down for that account. And so that means I can only accept a certain amount of clients, but also I can put interest on those payments like a loan to them. So not only can I help people build credit, but also at the same time, this is going to be a beneficial loan to them, to where they have no overhead risk. It's pretty much, it's like I'm putting up the money for them, my own personal money. Every time they withdraw to get money from it, I'm taking 50% of that withdrawal account. If I make $10,000 that month and they want to withdraw all that $10,000, I keep $5,000 of it as profit, and they get the $5,000. And so that's just my way of helping people, is just pretty much giving them free money. Now, why would I do that? Why would you be like that? Why would you do that? Because I'm fucking nice. Like, you know, just, you know, that's my way of going to be helping society and being of benefit to the world, is because I've developed a skill now that I've proven by myself, and you know, I understand financially how this world is just totally screwed, so I'm gonna do what I can to help make it better. So anyways, there's that. There's my results. Here's the live account again. I've been literally in profit every single day for the past 2 weeks, ever since I've been executing this strategy. And on pencil and paper, I don't win 100% of the time. I still have losses. Like, I still have losses. It's just I'm averaging a 50 to 55% win rate with a 1 to 1.5 risk to reward ratio. Psychologically, I can handle that. That's what I'm looking for. And overall, that strategy gives me an edge. I'm also trading a shitload of different pairs, diversifying my assets. Also, the trades, the way they're laid out with this strategy, is they're spaced out over time. And also, it's not like a streak of wins and then a streak of losses. It's, you know, you get like 2 wins, 1 loss. So it's like win, win, loss, loss, win, win, loss, win, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, 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 loss, loss. Instead of being like 10 winners and 10 losers. And, you know, it's really hard to deal with that. So, pretty much that's why I've been in profit every single day, is because on pen and paper, looking at it visually and taking into consideration my own psychological understanding I have of myself, I'm able to know that I can psychologically handle the strategy and keep consistently executing. And that's what I've been doing for the past 2 weeks, and I've been just really enjoying myself and just enjoying those profits rolling in. But yeah, I've been in profit every single day for the past 2 weeks almost. Floating $44 in profit, $100 made so far this week. And it's literally Monday morning, so I still have the whole week to see what it brings me. And if this strategy really does follow the pen and paper of what I've tracked, and it doesn't pull some fucking sneaky on me, I should be able to continue at this rate. It's just at this point, like, I'm getting to a point with my head where I'm like, it's just kind of hitting me because I'm not really expecting this. And, I'm chilling, like, I'm cool with it. But I'm also thinking, like, nah, something's fishy here, Like, I feel like I'm getting played. I feel like I'm going to start having a huge losing streak. So I'm just kind of on edge, kind of like watching myself for that. Like, what mistake am I going to make next? So I can be able to catch it before it actually does real damage to my account. But yeah, there's that. This video's been pretty long already. These videos, I just kind of get in the flow of them. So, I've been doing them for over half a year now. And then you guys seem to like them a lot. So, but yeah, that's been pretty much the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. The moto vlogs, I'm trying to get those out more. It's just, honestly, I've been lazy because I've been just uninspired to do them. Because honestly, like, I keep thinking I have an idea of how I want to do them, but then, I try it out and I don't like it. So, I mean, that's just that's what I have to do, trial and error. I got to figure out my own way. But yeah, so that's pretty much it for the 5th time. Like always, I always do that. You guys know the drill. I mean, shit, I just upload every week, show transparency. You guys tune in. I'll do that again next week. I'll see you in the moto vlog.